Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is a follow-up to a video I made on an article stating that I was about to say Ed Sullivan, Jake Sullivan, he's a advisor, a senior advisor of the President of the United States of America. He made a claim that he believes that the Iranians will provide Russia with hundreds of drones, military drones capable of being armed with weapons and destroy the world. I add that for just to make sure I'm making it fantastic as he tried. Now we have the answer from the Iranians, what do you think they're going to say? Exactly. This article comes from the Voice of Ukraine from July 13th, 2022. Iran says it refused to supply drones to Russia. So if you refuse to supply, that means someone asked you, or it was in the discussion anyway. So let's see. Iran has no plans to send military aid neither to Russia nor to Ukraine, the Iranian Foreign Ministry said. Earlier, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said Tehran was planning to supply military drones to Russia. However, the Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Hossein Amir Abdullahian, denied Sullivan's claim, La Repubblica reported on July 13th. Iran avoids any actions that could lead to further escalation in Ukraine, including the supply of military equipment, Amir Abdullahian said. So Amir Abdullahian, this is the guy, right? I butchered his name previously. Yes, he's the same guy, Abdullahian. So, and I'm quoting, "We have defense agreements with Russia, but we will not help any of the parties involved in the conflict," he added. I think that's fair, since you're not an ally, you don't have any, no pacts, nothing signed, then you don't intervene, unlike the other ones who, anyway, that's the story is longer than this YouTube will allow me to express. So nevertheless, they deny. Now, it doesn't mean that if they denied, it's not true. But I pointed out in the previous video with Jake Sullivan that Mr. Sullivan used words as he believes. And though if you look at the dictionary, the believes is not a fact, it's not really necessarily based on facts. Then he said something about alleged or reportedly. That's again uncertainty. And then by the end of the article, or by the end of his statements, Sullivan's statements, he got the conclusions that yes, that's a done deal, they send them. But starting little, like I tell you, I believe that I might probably, possibly will go to the store. So see how I started where I ended? I started with will go. I ended up with will go, starting with I believe, I might, I probably will go to. So will, it's certainty, then, I might, I actually, it's a plan, it's a future tense right there. So that's, you will do that, it's a plan already. It's not a accomplished a plan, is not completed yet, but you have the plan ongoing over there. In this case, Sullivan started with believe, allegedly, reportedly, and then they deliver that, or they will deliver, or something like that. This is how it works. But pay attention to this, crescendo, going from, that happens with the bullies as well. I mean, a real bully, maybe not a real bully, a real guy who really wants, let's say, to cause you harm. See how nice I talk instead of saying punch you in the face. So cause you harm, it just comes over and just does whatever he or she want to do. No talking, just goes and bam, bam, bam. That's a real thing. That's, no doubts about it. Now you have bullies that have uncertainties, so they're not that self-confident. So they test the water first. So they say, hey, what's going on, man? What they're looking at. You see how it goes higher? And then you say, hey, I don't like your attitude. What did you say? Come over here. I'm gonna smack you. See, here it goes, and then comes closer. Now, if you let this bully escalate it, crescendo, then of course he's gonna end up smacking you. But he started with, hey, what's going on? That's almost neutral, but he initiates the conversation, the conflict. So the same, a bully needs to be stopped at the beginning, because once you let him go further and higher, he's going to muster confidence, and it's going to be harder to turn him back unless you do what the great guy did in the first example, goes over there and goes straight and say, okay, let's cut the crap, let's get on it. And then the bully might say, oh, what are you talking about, man? What? Take it easy. Or might fight you. But you have to be prepared. You can't just bluff, because you can bluff, but then you take it and you get it. All right. Well, returning to Iran, I don't know. We will find out. Now we will find out because the media will report that they heard about it, or we're gonna have, evidence. But evidence, how the evidence works sometimes. Could be manufactured, could be all that. Nevertheless, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.